Hello there, good evening to you. My name is Anastasia, but bringing you the evening news bulletin for today. Now, these are top stories. The Electoral Commission of Ghana, in a communique, has urged the general public to disregard news circulating on social media that its chairman, Madame Jean Mensah, attended the National Delegates Conference of the ruling New Patriotic Party. And the now controversial electronic levy bill has still not been passed as Parliament is currently adjourned Adoa. And also in some regional stories, the Motor Dealers Association of Tamale has organized a sensitization workshop for motorbikers in Tamale and its surrounding areas on riding safety protocols. We've got details of these stories. If you're watching us live, we are streaming on Facebook and Adoa TV Ghana and YouTube Adoa TV GH. The news is sponsored by Vena Natural Mineral Water, CB Herbal Center, Blue Sea Ties and Accessories. COVID-19 is real. The Omicron variant is still around. Let's do well to mask up and protect ourselves. While we have fun, let's have fun with caution. Now to the details. Light has been seen at the end of the tunnel as the additional 499 applicants who were successful in the 2021 entrance examination for the admissions into the Ghana School of Law 2021-2022 academic year has been granted access to register into the school via their online portal. The online portal opens from today, Tuesday, 21st December to Monday, 27th December 2021, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. The applicants are required to print a provisional offer of admission letters and acceptance of offer of provisional admission forms and to upload passport pictures for the identification purposes, among many others. Some of the applicants could not hide their joy as they spoke to other news earlier today.
Well, I think it's a happy day for us, very glorious day for us, a day that we've been looking forward to, and we are so happy that this opportunity has been availed to us. So we're going to go through the process, do the necessary registration as required, and keep our fingers crossed on the day that we will begin lectures. It's a beautiful day, and we thank everybody for such support, especially from all those who helped us through the process. So we're grateful, and we are putting ourselves together to go through the registration process. So that's about it. The rest of the process and the procedures we made available to us, and when we are done, we'll come back to the public.
The
Thank you.
Commission of Ghana has appealed to Ghanaians to outrightly rumors that its chairperson, Mrs. Jean Mensah, did not participate in the just ended National Delegates Conference of the New Patriotic Party in Kumasi on Sunday, December 19, 2021. The appeal came in a press release issued on Monday, December 21, 2021, with the Commission dating that its attention has been drawn to a photograph making the rounds on social media purporting to be the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Mrs. Jean Mensah, at the recently held NPP's Delegates Conference in Kumasi, the Ashanti region. They therefore want to inform the public to disregard this false news item as the said photograph is not Mrs. Jean Mensah, explaining that the narrative on social media is part of a scheme by its detractors. The Commission hence entreats the public to be mindful of the schemes of sections within our society whose sole mission is to try to tarnish the image and reputation of the chairperson of the Electoral Commission. After the consecration of Right Reverend Kwame Nkrumah Pomam by the Archbishop of Internal Province of Ghana, together of bishops, The former has officially been enthroned as the Assistant Bishop for the Anglican Diocese of Seshurioso at a special service for that purpose over the weekend.
By the mandate of the Primate, Metropolitan and Archbishop of the Church of Province for West Africa, Right Reverend Kwame Chem Ampoma has been enthroned as the second diocesan for the Anglican Diocese of Seshurioso last Sunday, 19 December 2021, at the Cathedral Church of Ascension, in the presence of the House of Bishops, clergy, laity, and congregation. Right Reverend Kwame Chem Ampoma took the oath as bishop and that of the canonical obedience. Adoa News spoke to the newly enthroned diocesan bishop for the Anglican Diocese of Seshurioso.
We are very grateful to God, and especially our first diocesan bishop, who worked tirelessly to build this diocese. Bishop Aka, as we affectionately call him, actually went and he retired on the 13th of this month. So this is how far you've come, and my vision for this diocese is to continue the process of building it, particularly in the area of mission and evangelism. The first diocesan has been able to help in building the structures, physical structures, the assistant office, bishop's court, and others. And now we need to go out as the Lord has commanded. We need to go out and make disciples. We have already started some churches in the two Bia districts. This is a very vast area, with the exception of our Win and Adieso area. The rest of the northern north, western north, belongs to the Anglican Diocese of Yoso. So we are not going to rest on our oars. Right from the beginning, we're going to mobilize resources, human and material resources, to go into mission and evangelism. I think that's the main thing that we'll be doing. And then another issue is clergy unity. We need to come together after the election and then build a very strong diocese that we all be proud of. And I think the response so far from the clergy has been positive. Human as we are, there are still some who are still nursing some grudges, and that's why I made the appeal that we need to come together, forget about the past, and then let us forge together in unity, because in unity lies our strength. You see, that will also trickle down to the lay faithful. They expect us to show the way, and if you are one, as the Lord prayed, I'm very sure that you'll be able to build a vibrant church to the glory of God.
Christmas is about giving, showing love and care for humanity. In this vein, the priest in charge, church leadership and parishioners of St. James Anglican Church in Anya, a suburb of the Greater Accra region, have donated some items to the Wager Leprosarium last Saturday, December 18, 2021. The Lady Reverend Emma Ida Graham, parish priest of the church, spoke to Pepsival on the kind gesture.
This is something that I thought of it, that as a small church, we have been blessed and we need to extend the same blessing to the less privileged. And the PCC bought the idea. We gave it to the welfare committee to work around it. And to God be the glory. Today, we went to the place with a lot of items. And we are only thanking God for the blessings received. And knowing that Christmas is also a time for sharing, we decided to share with others. We went with rice, indomie, tin tomatoes, oil, biscuits, pastries, water, assorted drinks, milk, face masks, tissues, tea rolls, liquid soaps, cake soaps, powdered soaps, and sanitizers.
And in the most interesting place in Ghana right now is Parliament at its resumed sitting to consider the approval or otherwise of the e-levy bill on Monday, December 20, 2021, could not take a decision as a result of commotion that characterized voting on the floor of the House following disagreements and proceedings were adjourned. The House, however, resumed sitting today, Tuesday, December 21, 2021, to decide whether the controversial e-levy bill should be considered under a certificate of urgency or otherwise after it broke into chaos yesterday. There's more in this report.
The commotion started when First Deputy Speaker Joseph Osei Owusu, who was then presiding over proceedings of the House in the absence of the Right Honourable Speaker, Alban S.K. Bagbin, attempted to also cast his ballot for passage of the bill under a certificate of urgency. The decision of the First Deputy Speaker to take leave of the Speaker's chair for the Second Deputy Speaker to take charge to enable him to participate in voting turned chaotic when the minority National Democratic Congress MPs attempted to prevent him from vacating his chair to participate in the headcount voting process. This resulted in a clash between the governing New Patriotic Party and opposition NDC sides in Parliament, with some MPs throwing their fists, while others fell to the ground for proceeding to be adjourned due to the misconduct. The 25-member Finance Committee of Parliament had earlier approved the controversial e-levy bill for consideration by the House, which was done despite the resistance of the minority NDC members because the chairman of the committee voted in favor to break the tie.
Meanwhile, Parliament has adjourned Sinadai after failing to pass the controversial e-levy bill, I beg your pardon, on Tuesday, December 21, 2021. The House is expected to reconvene on January 18, 2022. The motion was moved by the Majority Leader, Osei Mensah Bonsu, which was seconded by the Minority Leader, Honorable Aruna Idrisu, after which a vote count was held by the First Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Joseph Osei Owusu, who was presiding at the moment. There's more in this report.
The motion for adjournment was moved by the Majority Leader Osei Mensah Bonsu, who argued that the move is to ensure a serene environment for consideration of the controversial task.
And we indicated to ourselves that would be reconvening here at 9. We've been waiting all this while, making necessary calls, but thus far, nothing responsive. And I think where we are, if we take an adjournment, it will allow cooler heads to come back to this house. And then we can then come back to continue the transaction of business in a much more serene environment. In that regard, Speaker, I would invite you to adjourn the House Senate in the hope that we can come back on or about the 18th of January, to continue business.
The motion was seconded by the Minority Leader Haruna Idrisu.
Mr. Speaker, it's important that we carry the country along, and we need to demonstrate to the country that our democracy is growing and will not suffer some of the unacceptable sins and spectacles we've witnessed on the floor. Mr. Speaker, the leader have suggested, I only can concur, that you adjourn the House Senate for further consultation on the outstanding issue. Thankfully, appropriation have been passed, so the minister can keep the country running and keep its institutions running. I second the motion for adjournment.
The first Deputy Speaker, Joe Osei-Owusu, who was presiding over affairs, called for a vote count on the application.
The motion for adjournment has been moved and seconded. All in favor of the motion say aye. All against say no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The House is accordingly adjourned sine die.
The Majority Leader in Parliament, Osechi Mensah-Bonsu, has criticized the minority over the brawl that transpired in the August House on Monday, 20th December 2021, on the controversial e-levy bill. Speaking to journalists on Tuesday, December 21, after Parliament had adjourned Sinadai, the Swami MP noted in Parliament, members must debate with brain power and not brawl.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by, first of all, apologizing for and on behalf of the members of Parliament for what happened in the House yesterday. And I speak in my capacity as the Majority Leader and also Leader of the House. I think this is a very shameful an embarrassing moment for us in Parliament. I think all of us in Parliament must be bowing down our heads in shame for this grows the reelection of responsibility, and we must apologize to the people that represent in Parliament. In Parliament, we debate issues with brain power, not brawn. With brain power, not brawn. So if you disagree with me, and that's what I was telling the Deputy Minority Leader yesterday, whenever you are here, you see what happens. Whenever the Minority Leader has to speak, we are all ears, we want to listen to him. Whenever any
member from the minority leadership gets up, they wouldn't want to listen. Where from that? Where from that? And you saw what happened? That in the course of the melee, a member from the minority moved and with whatever implement scratched, inflicted a wound beneath the eyelid of the Minister for Youth and Sports, himself a member of Parliament. Where from this? The Parliament of Ghana has not witnessed such bestiality before. Do we want to inflict carnage in Parliament? Are we deserving of the title honorable members? Distinguished colleagues, I think yesterday was a day of shame. The total expenditures in the region of about 130 billion, and the revenues anticipated mobilization from within in the region of about 89 billion. The e-levy is an integral part of it and a very important part of it. It doesn't, however, mean that without it, government cannot go on. Government will run, the budget has been approved, and other sources of revenue will be applied into the new year, and when we come back, we'll do what is needful to rescue what needs to be rescued in order for government to be able to perform its duties unhindered by anybody.
That's very appalling, but let's continue. And the majority in Parliament is accusing the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Alban Samana Kingsford Bagbin, of helping the NDC obstruct government's business following his absence from the House ahead of a crucial vote on the e-levy on Monday, December 20, 2021. Speaking to journalists, the Afutu MP noted that the Speaker of Parliament must show leadership.
The NDC's determination to frustrate and obstruct government business has today been supported by the Speaker of Parliament, who is the law sovereign of this House, who is the President of the House, and considering the critical numbers, 138 majority group, 137 minority group. This is the time we expect Mr. Speaker to live up to his own bona fide to the people of Ghana, which is to show leadership. I regret to say that we cannot proceed to take decision without Mr. Speaker. We need Mr. Speaker in the House. We need the Speaker of Parliament in the House. Because by the technicalities of our own procedures, if Mr. Speaker is not there, one of our own would have to sit in. And the imperatives of the Constitution are clear, that he would therefore not have the opportunity to have his right of voting as a member. We are not in to look at the lacuna in the law, which could also mean that when there is a tie, to the extent that the Constitution is silent on his casting vote, he could exercise his casting vote right. We will not want to go that path. What we want to insist is that Mr. Speaker must show leadership. In Parliament, leadership is consulted and is engaged. We have no information as to the whereabouts of Mr. Speaker.
You must come.
The leadership of the majority has not been informed of the reasons why Mr. Speaker is unavoidably absent this evening from the Chamber of Parliament. We therefore say that we see this as a grand political partisan design by the minority group to frustrate us. And we don't want to suggest that perhaps Mr. Speaker is unavoidably absent to frustrate government business. We believe in Mr. Speaker. We believe that he stands for government business to go on and to allow this country to be governed by rule of law and due process. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen of the press, through this, we expect Mr. Speaker to be present in the chamber. We have our numbers. We are ready to do government business. But as a majority, we can't be cajoled into pettiness, because we see this as a strategy by the minority, as it were, to create a standoff. The Ghanaian people must know that this NDC party does not mean well. They should look for a high road to power. They shouldn't look out for this means of frustrating us as a short route to come back to power.
The Deputy Minority Leader, James Kluchi-Aveji, has clearly stated that the minority has nothing called partisan design. However, they stand against the e-levy bill. According to him, it's either minority defeats majority or the majority defeats minority over the controversial e-levy. Taxing Momo is something we should not encourage at all in the country. Now, he added that NDC means all for Ghanaians, so they always go by what Ghanaians want. If MPP also wants to go by what Ghanaians want, then they should listen to what Ghanaians are saying by dropping the e-levy.
Now, he also talked about political or partisan design by the minority. We have not designed anything as a minority. Never. All that we are saying is that we are against the e-levy, and we will vote. We made it known to them. It is not a secret that we are going to vote on the e-levy. It is now left for them to marshal their numbers and for them to defeat us on the e-levy, or we defeat them. So we have never, as a minority group, have any design. Our strategy or our position is that we don't want the e-levy. It is known to them. It is a fact, and we have said all the reasons why we think that the e-levy is something that we should not tolerate. Why are they talking about e-levy? Why are they not talking about going after Ghanaians who earn income through either employment, business, or investment, where they need to pay tax to government? As we speak, about 9 million Ghanaians earn income and who must pay direct tax to government. Effectively, it is only 2.4 million Ghanaians who are paying tax now. About 6.8 million Ghanaians are not paying tax, yet they earn income. It is for the Ministry of Finance to go after these people who earn income so that they pay the appropriate tax to government. Why is Ken Ufuriata not choosing to go that way? He wants to sit in the comfort of his office, in the air condition, and tax the lazy way your mumu, your transfer that you made, your bank transfer. For instance, if I take money from my bank account to my mobile money account, I'm taxed. This is not something we should encourage, because taxing money transfer, it is taxing capital, it is taxing income that has already been taxed. If I go to a restaurant to buy anything and I need to pay tax, I need to pay for that I consume. Already there's a VAT component on that. So if I use my mobile money to pay, I am paying tax on tax. That is a simple explanation. So we are calling on them to rather look at how they can ensure that over 6 million Ghanaians who earn income and are not paying tax are rather taxed, rather than going after little monies that you and I are transferring to our relatives, to our friends, our parents, in order to survive, taxing that, which is something that will not work well for us.
Away from Parliament, the Northern Regional Motor Dealers Association has over the weekend sensitized residents of the Tamale and its adjoining communities on the need to arrive home alive this festive season. The target populace, who were motorcyclists and other relevant stakeholders, participated in the event which took place at the Tamale Jubilee Park. Nuruddin Ibrahim has got more for the story.
The Association of Motorbike Dealers in Tamale has organized a sensitization workshop for residents who use motorbikes in the Tamale metropolis and its environs on the need to arrive home alive during this festive season. Addressing journalists at the occasion, Mr. Hussein Mubarak, secretary for Tamale Motor Dealers Association, said the sensitization program is geared towards avoiding motorcycle-related casualties by educating users on the need to use crash helmets and other riding safety protocols. According to him, many of their customers have lost their lives due to negligence and riding ignorance.
Are registered before they are put on the road so that you can minimize certain avoidable accidents and crimes. As an association, one may wonder why we are engaging in such programs because we are businessmen. Our motive is to make profits. Yes, really we make profits, but it's a cause of worries to the association based on the information we are gathering from the health directorate regarding the accidents that the motorbikes we sell to our customers cause to them. There are instances whereby a customer you once sold motor to come back to your shop and may lose one leg or one arm. When you find out, you got to realize that the motor you sold to them is a cause of the problem.
He reiterated that motorbikes should be seen as a problem solver and not the other way around.
Motorbikes, as we all know, should not be a killer. You sell a motorbike that should serve as a good master, a problem solver, enable you to move easily around parts of the region and the country. Sometimes ending up losing their life, and just because of the attitude, just because of negligence, and just because of maybe not wearing crash helmets. So because of this, the association has organized a float whereby we invited the general public to come and join. We wear crash helmets with motorbikes that are registered to showcase to the general public of the municipality what we need to do when we acquire motorbike. We need to properly register it and wear the helmet that we sell motor and give to them. Any motor we sell, it goes to a crash helmet. And we don't understand why you take the crash helmet and go and put it under your bed or put it on top of your motor and use the motorbike, which end up use what do you call it, causing mayhem to you or ending your life.
Mr. Ahmadu Mustafa assured the Association of the Assembly's support, but however, called on other institutions to join the crusade to help curb road accidents.
Is that the audiences seated here, obviously from their information campaign is expected to be a process. We have only started. We'll continue to deepen that collaboration. And in fact, on behalf of the Assembly once again, we want to commend the organizers of this very platform so much for the initiative and assure them of our continuous support to collaborate even stronger for the benefit of the citizenry. Sister institutions should also be encouraged by what we are witnessing today so that together we can change the face of road traffic accidents here in the metropolis and by extension the northern region. Maybe my concluding remarks is that this initiative requires the combined effort of everybody, state and non-state actors, industry players, and indeed the generality of the citizenry who patronize these bikes so that we can together make this season accident-free one.
Over 600 children at Larabanga in the West Gonja municipality of the Savannah region have benefited from a free medical screening on ahead of this year's Christmas. The medical outreach, which was organized by the Nada Jinapo Foundation, a non-profit making organization, is aimed at bringing basic health care to the doorsteps of the people in the area, especially the vulnerable in the society.
Over 600 children in Laribanga, as part of an initiative by Nada Junapa Foundation to bring basic health care to the doorsteps of vulnerable people in Laribanga, have received free health screening ahead of this year's Christmas. The Chief Executive Officer for the foundation, Mrs. Nada Junapo, who is wife of the Member of Parliament for Damango, Honorable Samuel Abu Junapo, said she was overwhelmed by the turnout of residents in the Laribanga community for the exercise. She indicated that there was a need for the people of Damango and its environs to celebrate Christmas in a healthy way, and hence her organization will do everything possible to ensure children in the constituency enjoy a healthy lifestyle before, during, and after Christmas.
We should take care of our kids today. And as you can see, we're not wrong in that consideration because the turnout is so huge. It's bigger than when we organized it for the adults. So we are happy that we made the right decision.
So the last time.
So general ailments, just to make sure that all the kids are in good health and good condition. So we encouraged even those who are, from the look of it, do not look like they are unwell, to come, to just have access to the pediatrician. We flew in a pediatrician and other health personnel. So there are 3 doctors here attending to that. You agree with me that this is not something that the people around here have access to every day. Of course, Damango Regional Hospital is there, but people would not ordinarily just walk in there to go and screen their children who are not sick. And even the sick ones, they try to take care of them at home. So we took the extra effort to just bring it to their doorsteps. It's easy for them to come and bring their kids for the screening if you bring it closer to them. So it's more of a conscientization efforts and just bringing primary health care to your doorsteps.
She said her foundation will continue to visit various parts of the constituency and beyond for similar exercises. The wife of the MP for Damango urged the people to focus on development since election was over.
Cold, shatter, high temperatures, but I'm not a medical personnel, so I'm sure when they go in there, they check their throats, they check their ears, and then I've seen kids with swollen eyes, swollen throats, necks, I don't know what ailment it is, but I'm happy that the doctors are here, especially the pediatrician who has specialization in taking care of kids. So, and we have enough medication for everybody. And if we need to do further reviews elsewhere at a specialized hospital, we are here to provide that. You mentioned the breast cancer. I would like to let you know that as we speak at the diagnostic center in Damango, the women that we picked up certain strains or signals of breast cancer are currently there undergoing further screening, further scans to certainly or ascertain what exactly it is and what stage of breast cancer it is. Then we can start whatever treatment that the doctors propose. So we have followed up. We didn't just do the screening and left the women to their fate. We have followed up and we are giving them the necessary care and attention. We'll do the same thing for the kids.
Some mothers who came with their children for the screening expressed gratitude to the foundation for extending support to them instead of limiting everything to Damango, which is the capital of the constituency. Madame Zuleha, a nursing mother who spoke to Adoa News, said the drugs given to the children are of high quality and very expensive as compared to what she buys for her kids. She thanked the foundation and Mrs. Junapo for their good works in the constituency, since this was the first of its kind.
I want to thank Junapo for doing this very great job. Indeed, it's very helpful. And then we are much grateful for her to come and then do this screening for us. We are grateful. I've been given drugs, in fact, expensive drugs. Because those drugs that I've been given, if you want to buy it, it's not enough money, it's more money that you will go and use and buy it. It's very expensive, and then we thank her for doing this to us.
The exercise, aimed at improving the healthcare and well-being of children in Damango constituency and beyond, saw the attendance of children from adjoining communities trooping into the center for the screening.
You're watching the Evening News Bulletin right here on Adoa TV. We'll be right back with business news. Just stay.
CB makeup now. Amaka correct. Why your best mankasa? That's it. Who anyone? Oh, middle. You captures about one of CB men capsules. CB men capsules and America.
Yeah, you CB men and women's capsules. Now, you name the dada. And one year packaging I had the pepper.
Wow! What a packaging! CB men, any CB women capsules, no packaging is out. And you also no mood any bianza no akodo ben pegi
share apemfo any abata woman kwada no fo any kwada wo di fie du ye enka ho
Susanna Ghana man be man tamase
Dodo Afre 0247 111671 and 0246 578 750 FDA ati edwedin kato yato.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with RwandAir today. RwandAir, the safest airline in Africa.
RwandAir, fly the dream of Africa. Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240 926 564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Yeah, welcome back from the break to the business segment, and let's move on to some details to cashew production news. Some cashew farmers in the West Gonja municipality of the Savannah region are appealing to the actors in the cashew value chain to consider the extension of the 3-year cashew and legume project. The project is currently supporting close to 3,000 cashew farmers and 6,000 farmers who are also into the production of legume as well as honey. Salifu Adam Jabu came through with this report.
Cashew farmers in the West Gonja municipality of the Savannah region are appealing to actors in the cashew value chain to consider the extension of the 3-year cashew and legume project. The project is currently supporting close to 3,000 cashew farmers and 600 farmers who are also into the production of legume as well as honey. Speaking to Adoa News on the sidelines of the program, which was held at Damango over the weekend, the president of Cashew Farmers Union in the West Gonja municipality, Idrisu Sumani, indicated that the extension will enable farmers build more capacity in production of cashew in the municipality and Ghana at large.
My processing factory this time, I'm going to get an expansion to process about 1.5 to 2 tons a day. If I'm able to do that, I'm going to employ not less than 50 women and then maybe 10 men who will be lifting weight and other things. So I think if you are talking of doing something about the value chain of cashew in this regard, I think I as a processor or my colleagues as processors, we are going to play very heavy music. And with reference to what just happened, the COVID, when these COVID things happened, we were not selling, people were not, there's a demand curtailed, and even supply to was just the same. And for that matter, you need to generate your own internal mechanism where you can deal with your production. Otherwise, the time may come that whatever you have been able to produce here cannot be sent out.
Touching on the sustainability of the program, the project coordinator of Ghana Rural Agriculture and Cashew Enterprise Project, Eric Botier, outlined some sustainable measures as part of the project's exit plan for farmers.
3-8 is not working in vacuum. We are working in collaboration with the Department of Agriculture, working with the West Gonja Cashew Cooperative Union. We are also working with the Cocoa Research Institute, that's Bole. We are also working with Secotaps. And then the communities and the chiefs. All these people are stakeholders who want to see the benefit of the project. And so per our exit plan, which is next year, hopefully by March, April, all these people have the roles they are playing when it comes to the sustainability of the project. Because we have cashew nurseries, which will be taken care of by the Department of Agriculture. We have the groups, which will be taken care of by the WIAD, that's Women in Agri Development Department in Agri. They will take up the processing aspect. Secotaps will take up the conflict aspect. And so all the stakeholders have the role they are playing. The Cocoa Research Institute will support us when it comes to the grafting of our cashew seedlings and the maintenance of our nursery. So these are the processes we have kept for our exit plan.
In his address, on behalf of the County Director of Tree Aid, Mr. Tijani mentioned that Tree Aid, with support from all stakeholders in the cashew value chain, will ensure that the quality of cashew in West Gonja and Ghana as a whole meets the international standard for exportation.
Our main aim is to ensure that the quality of cashew within the region and in the near future in the country meets international standard. And actually for the past 3 years that we started this project, I think buyers and the producers who buy things from our farmers in the region here has given testimony that our assistance, our training to the farmers and the input that we have given to the farmers have actually improved the quality of cashew within the Savannah region. And a lot of buyers have started rushing in here to consult the farmers for more produce. So we are hoping that possibly next year our farmers will get hamper sales from the buyers that we have contacted so far.
Okay. Meanwhile, the project is expected to end in 2022 March next year.
And that's it for business. Visit our website on www.adoanewsonline.com. We'll be right back with sports news. You're welcome back from the break. And to sports, Coach Milovan Rajvac has named a 30-man provisional squad for the 2022 Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon. He named the squad during a press conference at the JFA headquarters in Accra. Coach Milovan has handed call-ups to four debutants: Khalid Abdul Mumin of Victoria de Guimares and Salih Abdul Samed from French League One side Clermont Foot, Maxwell Abekwe from Accra Great Olympics, and David Abanga Sandam of Real Tamale United also made the squad.
Yeah, we have a 30-man squad here. And the goalkeepers are Joseph Wallacott, Swindon Town, Abdul Manaf, Nuruddin, Rupi, Richard Atta, Graha Suffolk, Lawrence Atizigi, Sengali. The defenders are Diado, Reading FC, Lombabo Green Chelsea, Baba Abdurrahman, Reading FC. Gideon Mensah, Bolo, Daniel Amate, Leicester City, Alexander Duke, Strasbourg. Jonathan Mensah, Columbus Crew, Khalid Abdul Momi, Victoria, Portugal. The other midfielders, we have Baba Idrisu, Rebecca, Edmonado, Sheriff, Terasco, Thomas Pate, Aslam, Mbarak, Wakas, Shengen, FC, Mohamed Kudus, Ajax Amsterdam, Daniel Kofiche, St. Paul, David Abagna, Real Madrid United, Salis Abdul Samed, Clermont Foot, Abdul Fattah Ishaq, Green Chelsea, Samuel Osu, Al-Fayed.
Now, the Ghana Air Force male volleyball team and Ghana Army female volleyball squad shared honors at the first ever Super Volleyball Championship held at the Trust Sports Emporium. Both winning teams took home cash prizes of 2,500 Ghana cedis each, plus gold medals and glittering trophies.
It was a night of powerful smashes, beautiful build-ups, and teamwork as Ghana Prisons and Ghana Army emerged as winners of the men and women category of the maiden edition of the Super Volleyball Championships. Dominant Ghana Air Force showed why they are the kings of the air as they smashed Ghana Police in 3 straight sets. However, in the women's division, Ghana Army raced to a 2-set lead, but Ewok Wings fought back. But an outstanding performance in the 4th set saw the Army ladies race to victory. The first runner-up took home 1,500 Ghana cedis plus a silver medal, and the second runner-up got 1,000 Ghana cedis in addition to a bronze medal. The strong Ghana Air Force defeated Ghana Police in the men's final, while the sensational Ghana Army also beat the exciting Ewok Wings in the ladies' final. Ghana Army men fought hard to grab the bronze medal after eliminating Ghana Prisons, while Ghana Air Force won the ladies' bronze medals ahead of the Ghana Police, who also put up a spirited performance. Most outstanding players and best coaches were also rewarded with trophies and plaques, respectively. The finals, which started on Sunday afternoon and ended in the early hours of Monday, were very exciting and brought out some amazing displays by the players. Some dignitaries who graced the finals were Mr. Bernard Mona, DSP Daniel Boateng, Alfred Ofe Akufu, and George Tete, chairman of the Greater Accra Volleyball Association. Clubs who partook in the competition were Ghana Air Force, male and female, Ghana Police, male and female, Ghana Army, male and female, Ewok Wings, Ghana Prisons, and Tema City male team, and Ghana Immigration female team. The Army Charity Toku and Paul Akan of the Ghana Police walked away with the Best Sector Award. Asante Ernest of the Ghana Army was named as the coach of the tournament, with Rashaka Kadaja, the Ghana Army, and Mukaila Akim of Ghana Air Force were named overall best players in the men and women's division. The Super Volleyball competition was organized by Anaba Capital with the aim of promoting the game of volleyball to a higher level and players in form as Ghana prepares to host the 13th African Games.
And that will do it for sports. Now quickly to international front. The World Health Organization has sounded a warning on the COVID-19 Omicron variant. He said cancelling some events during this festive period will be prudent. The Director General, Dr. Tedros Adhanom, stated that human life is essential.
Are sick of this pandemic. All of us want to spend time with friends and family. All of us want to get back to normal. The fastest way to do this is for all of us, leaders and individuals, to make the difficult decisions that must be made to protect ourselves and others. In some cases, that will mean canceling or delaying events, just as we have had to cancel the reception we plan to have with you today. But an event cancelled is better than a life cancelled. It's better to cancel now and celebrate later than to celebrate now and grieve later.
Thanks for watching. This is the Evening News Bulletin at 6 p.m. We stream live on Facebook, Adoa TV Ghana. Visit our website for more news updates on www.adoanewsonline.com. The news was brought to you by CB Herbal Center, Blue Sea Ties and Accessories, Vena Natural Mineral Water. I am Anastasia Badu. Do have a good evening.